Welcome to the next video in our Makerbot Replicator 3D printer series. In this Introduction to Makerware and Exporting a File video, we will give you an introduction to Makerware, the software that is used to create 3D printable files. We will then demonstrate the steps from loading a file into Makerware through to how to export it where it is ready to print. So as you can see, I've already opened my Makerware software, and what you can see here is a virtual version of the Makerbot building plate and its parameters. On the screen we can see a few icons. We have add, make, save, and then on the left we have look, move, turn, and scale. You don't need to pay too much attention to these icons apart from the turn, which we will go into in the following video. So we're going to go and find the file we have just exported from SketchUp. So we're going to go File, Add, and here we can see the St. Andrews OBJ file that we've just exported from SketchUp. Click on it and click Open. Now, Makerware will always pop up with this box asking you put object on platform. I always click move to platform, but it doesn't matter which one you click. So here we have got our OBJ file that we exported from SketchUp, and here's our church. And as you can see, it's on its side. Makerware always brings things in on its side. I don't know why, but it does. So to correct it, we will now go to our turn icon, double click on it, and as you can see we have X, Y, and Z axes. We'll go to the X, type in 90, and press enter, and that always corrects it, 90 in the X option. So here we go, you can see it is the correct way up, and it has also moved it down though. So now what we have to click is the lay flat, and now you can see it's lying nice and flat on your build plate. We'll exit that. So now you need to have a good orbit around your model and check there's no errors in it. If there are, you will know, because it will have strange lines and things not joining properly. If there are any errors, you will have to go back and fix up your SketchUp file, because you probably don't have some lines joining or some planes doing strange things. So as you can see, there are no errors in this, and we are happy with it. So we will now go to File and down and click Export. Makerware will then pop up with this window box. In it, you can choose the Replicator 2 or the Replicator 2X. It also has the Advanced Options tab, which may not be open when you first open it. We're going to use the 2, but I'll give you a quick overview of the 2X. So with the 2X, it will automatically revert to ABS filament. Well, it should. If it doesn't, change it to ABS. It also gives you options for using the other extruder, which we don't really need to take much note of at the moment. So I want to print my church on the Replicator 2, so I'll go back to the 2. And here you have options for supports and rafts. Now I have no supports in my model, and a raft just gives you a small little base to your model, which I don't really want either, so we'll untick raft. You don't need to change any options in the Advanced Options tab, and I wouldn't recommend that you do. But you must tick Preview before printing, as this is your last chance to have a look at the model virtually before it actually prints, and it's your last chance to check for any errors in it. So once you've done that, click Export. It will then pop up with a preview of your model. So if I zoom in, you can see that it's got all of these lines, and these lines are actually what the filament will print. On your left, you can see that there is a slider bar. So what the slider bar does is it cuts through the layers of your model. So when you check this part of your model, it's always a good idea to have a very close look and pay close attention to the base of it. If the base isn't solid, it will confuse the MakerBot and your print will most likely end in an error. So as you can see, mine is nice and solid. And you can also see that the Makerware software turns the center of your model into a honeycomb fill to save material. And there will always be a few stray lines going through it, probably due to my complex roof shape, and I wouldn't worry too much about those. So also have a good pan around to check there's no errors in this, and if there are, you're going to have to go back and fix up your SketchUp file. So I'm happy with mine, there's no errors in it. So we'll now go down and click Export. We'll then pop up with your Windows menu, and you want to save your file as an X3G. You can also save it straight onto your SD card. So now click Save. It's just exporting it now. Now it's also a good idea to save a copy of your Makerware file. So we'll just click Save As, and it will save it as a thing. Save. And now you can exit your Makerware software. This concludes our introduction to Makerware and exporting file video. For instructions on how to print your X3G file, please watch either our Printing with the Makerbot Replicator 2 or our Printing with the Makerbot Replicator 2X videos.